So that brings us to this long, rambling fucking video. Brings us what I was really going to say. Hold on. Okay. Levi and Hitchens reside in the first camp, believing that they are most themselves when they are healthy and free. At the height of their human powers, whatever they may feel or say, or be tempted to say, in moments of weakness or degradation, deserves to be dismissed as inauthentic. But the devout reside in the second camp, insisting that... Hold on. Okay. I can't remember the specific, maybe it was just what I drew from it then. The columnist has a bias towards theism because he talks about, and I'm trying to find it because I know it's here, but the height, he talks about it, the height of human powers. There are arrogant atheists. There are arrogant Christians. There are arrogant Jews. There are arrogant Muslims. There are atheists that believe that atheism puts them at the top of the food chain. That we are the pinnacle of existence. They exist. There are also Christians that believe that being a Christian puts them at the pinnacle of existence, and that because they have Jesus on their side, they're better than everyone else. So dismiss the arrogance for a moment. And hope/assume it's a minority. Atheism is not about being in control. Atheism is not about being secure and safe from harm. It's not about being the pinnacle of existence. Atheism is frailty. Atheism is saying, we don't know if there's a God. Or to take the quote that apparently Dawkins said, and I got through Penn Jillette. There's probably no God, so relax and enjoy your life. That's atheism. There's probably nothing after this. The 70 years you get, the 50 years you get, the 40 years you get, the 90 years you get, that's all you get. And then it's over. That's it. There's no judge that's going to, even the playing field. There's no ref that's going to take back a bad call. How you live your life and what you do is all you get. And no one will save you from that. No one can save you from that. Because we're all mortal. I said that weird. We're all mortal, and that's all there is to it. That's frailty. That's being humble. That's saying, I don't have the fix-it-all on my side. I don't have the universe on my side. I only have me, perhaps my family, my wife, my children, or my parents, my cousins, whatever. That maybe, if you're lucky, you have that on your side. And that's it. Religion goes the opposite way. And I focus on Christianity because Jews, of course, have a feeling of a relationship with God, but Christianity is really the one that has a personal God, that I can pray to Jesus. I can pray to Jesus. Some people don't intellectualize it that much. They just pray to God. But I can pray to Jesus, and He will fix my life for me. He will do things. And they say, well, He won't fix it for me, but He'll put me on the right path. He's fixing it for you. You're claiming that, I have cancer. Jesus, I have cancer. Cure my cancer. And even though, there's not a boop, there's not a magic touch, He sets you on the path to get the right doctors and get the right treatment and da-da-da-da-da. They're making the statement that I am weak, I am frail. I pray. I appeal to a higher power. That higher power gives me knowledge, access, or experience I don't have. And that solves the problem. It creates a solution. That's fixing it for you. That's not frailty. That's a security blanket. There's a reason for everything. That's another one. There's a reason for everything. Everything happens for a reason. That's not frailty. That's a comfort. That's a security blanket. That everything will work out okay because I have faith. Atheists don't have that. Atheists can't believe that everything will work out okay. So to suggest that religious people reside in the camp of suffering and frailty and humbleness and humbled before their God, and that they are therefore, I'm just more humble. I know I used humble a lot there, but they're more humble, they're more grounded, and that atheists are these egomaniacs that believe, they can only serve at the height of their power, and have to be insulated from harm because they feel they can be, is backwards. It has a very strong bias towards theism because it ignores what I just said. That theism assumes God will fix everything. God can fix everything. And if you're just good enough, it'll be okay. And let's say you die. Okay? Christopher Hitchens has cancer. Christopher Hitchens is going to die very soon. He's going to die before he planned on dying, before he thought he would die of natural causes. And then that's it. As far as he's concerned, there's no comfort there. I have to make the best. If I have 5 years, if I have 3 years, if I have 2 years, if I have 6 months, I have to make the most of it. And once that 6 months is up, I'm done. That's not comforting. That's not strength. That's not power. That's humbleness. That's realism. I have to make the most of what I can. Now let's say Christopher Hitchens was religious. Let's say he was Christian or Jew. It doesn't matter. Let's say he was religious, and he had cancer. Exact same scenario. Well, in his heart, he would feel that when he dies, he goes to heaven. And everything's okay. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the pain he goes through here because he goes to heaven. That's not humble. That's not frail. That's not true suffering. That's token suffering. That's, if I punch my arm, or if I let me do a more direct metaphor. That's, if I take the pain of getting a vaccination and getting injected, and I take that momentary prick, it will prevent me from dying. So, if I go through the momentary pain, the momentary flesh, secular pain of having cancer, I will go to heaven, and it will be good forever. That's arrogance. It's arrogance because, first off, you're assuming you're good enough to get into heaven, which, that's a whole nother question, that's a whole nother debate, and it starts to become very didactic and very hellfire and brimstone because it's everyone's shit, but whatever. That's not frail, that's not suffering, that's not, hold on, let me see here, what he says. That's not saying we're weak and needy creatures. Yeah, it's just, the article, and go read it, paints it as theists are good people because they recognize weakness, and that allows them to be good people. Atheists are arrogant because they don't think they need anything, which is inaccurate. It's inaccurate to say that an atheist thinks they don't need anything. An atheist is more aware that they need everything. Christopher Hitchens is more aware that he needs medical treatment than a theist would be, because a theist might be convinced, if I just pray enough, the tumors will go away. That's saying I don't need anything. That's saying I don't need treatment. I don't need medicine. I have God on my side. Christopher Hitchens is going, no, I need poison pumped into my body to try and fix the monster that's eating it alive. So, I know I rambled. That's what I do. And I'll probably end up writing something up anyway, but that was my problem with that column. It misrepresents the atheist position. And I sincerely believe, I give people the benefit of the doubt, I sincerely believe that the author did not intend to do that. That the author thought he was being fair. And that he was accurately portraying how Dawkins or Hitchens or Levi or any other atheist, approaches such a situation. But he wasn't. Which leads me to believe that he's a theist. Which is fine, I mean, you can be a theist, you can be an atheist, and accurately discuss matters of the other. I can be an atheist and accurately talk about theism as long as I work very hard to be aware of my own bias and not let it creep in. But you have to be aware of it, and I don't think he's aware of it. Which I think goes to a certain arrogance, that I find very troubling, because people don't question themselves. But that's another thing. So this has probably gone on way too long, so I'm gonna stop this one here, and thank you for watching, and go fuck yourself, because more than likely this is gonna get, if this gets any comments, they're gonna be very negative, so fuck you. Suck my dick. No. But yeah, so signing off.